Hey, Steve, thank you. And thank you, everybody, for joining. If this is your first time, like Steve said, we do this every single Friday. So, right about lunch. So, if you're having lunch, you're driving to a listing presentation or driving to see a client, I mean, we come right to you. We're on your phone, we're on your Facebook page, we're on Zoom if you log into your Zoom account. So we're trying to be there with you along the way, just to give you the content, the information, so that you can take away and implement it into your business. So with that said, welcome once again to Real Estate Friday. So today we're gonna be talking about a tactic to win listings with zero competition. How many of you would love that? Type one if you agree with me. How many of you want to get more listings and no competition? Type one in the chat right now, just so you know that you guys are with me. Definitely that's a one for me as well. Let me just put it in there. Boom. All right. So are you tired? I'm sure this happened to you. Are you tired of going to the same type of events, functions, a bunch of people in there trying to do a networking, try to give your business card to everybody that you can in hopes that you can get a listing? Well, the good news is that you don't have to do that anymore. Okay. There's ways that you can go around that to be able to get more business, more listings, and get rid of the competition. So the new tactic we're gonna be talking about exactly that, how to get rid of that competition. So another thing we're gonna be talking about is exactly what to say, how to say it, and in hopes that you can apply this to your business, and then you can get more listing. And the point is that you always have to be working with your sphere. So growing your sphere of influence, it takes time. And that's what we want everybody to understand. It takes time, but it will pay off. Right, Steve? Your sphere, that's your gold mine right there. And we're all sitting on that gold mine. Most people, we find it here in our phone. And growing that sphere of influence, again, it takes time and takes a good deal of work, having the right tools, the right trainings, like this one, for example. But I found a way that you can really grow your sphere and have more fun doing it. Plus, you get information that you won't get just by showing up at the local chamber once a year or saying, hey, do you know anybody who's looking to buy or sell real estate? Here's my card. So the truth is that technique can come across as a pushy and outdated. Furthermore, that's what people do in multi-level market schemes. So the pressure their friends, they pressure the people and the persons around them, they pressure people in the checkout line, they pressure the person who used to babysit their kids. In short, it gets annoying. And I'm pretty sure you know somebody like that, or you've been involved at one point and maybe that business is not for you. So you get exactly what I'm saying. So instead, you need a better strategy that plays out more naturally. So start by, and this is the suggestion, start by taking at least 50 people out of your sphere, the top 50 that you can think of, and figure out a way to meet them once, I would say every quarter, and touch base with them. And we're going to go into the technology part a little bit later. But think about that. Okay, this is a strategy. 50 people, or the top 50 people out of your sphere, and figure out a way to meet them once every quarter to touch base with them. Maybe you're thinking to yourself, well, Joe, how is that different from Joe, your friend, or Mary, or whoever? You know, you just think of people, and they're and people that you have some kind of like the best relationship with, and start to figure out ways that you can do that. So you might ask yourself, well, how is that different from hassling people in a way that I was describing earlier? You know, like multi-marketing level, anything like that. Well, hear me out. If you spread it out naturally, it's really not that hard. But and think about this also. You can build nodes into your CRM, which you have one, right? You have Chime. You can schedule out through your system. You have Back Agent, you have Chime, you have Google Calendar, whatever you're using now to keep up and keep track of your clients. Schedule out who you're going to catch up with for coffee or happy hour when you're going to make that happen. With some members of your sphere, you might encounter them like a ball game, you're back and forth, or you might also be at a school, church, or any event, or maybe at multiple places, right? Figure out your scenario and make a point to check in with them. And you can say something simple. Hey, I just wanted to connect with you. I haven't talked to you in such a long time or in a while. Do you want to go and grab some coffee? Most people, what are they going to say? They'll say yes to that, right? Especially now. So once you have certain members of your sphere on rotation, you're going to start adapting the members of their sphere. Okay. So now you tapping now on their network as well. So instead of growing your network by ones or twos, now you're getting 50 and then doubling that or tripling that by tapping into their own network. So what's the best part about catching up with someone for coffee or happy hour as opposed to maybe a formal networking event or a chamber meeting? Well, the fact that it's casual, right? No pressure on you, no pressure about networking. For me, networking, it's a nightmare. I'm not really good at networking. If I go to a networking event, all of a sudden, I don't even know what to say. So for me, I feel awkward. So when I do it this way, it's more casual, it's more personal, and it's more into like a friendship basis. And when you sit with them, well, you discuss information in a casual conversation manner, and they don't feel pressure themselves, and you get information that is valuable to you. But be warned, this won't happen if you sit down and say, okay, let's talk about business, right? People trying to get away with that, especially if they know you. So that doesn't work. But you can casually sneak in stuff about how their business is going and how they feel about what or where they live in their area of town. A lot of times, if you can steer the conversation that way, things will come up like a neighbor that's moving out of town or out of the neighborhood or a different development or someone in the street it's moving. So you can get a lot of information in a casual conversation way. Sitting down and having that face-to-face time with members of your sphere can give you a big, huge advantage, I would say. So afternoon coffee or wine or a beer, it's also a great time to conclude the grind of your own day when you're getting worn out and you need to recharge. So meeting up with members of your sphere is a more low-key way to generate business. For example, right before this meeting, um, since I am actually doing the whole 50, meeting up with 50 people in my sphere. I've been doing that since the whole pandemic started, which it provided a great way of doing that. At the beginning, we were doing everything via Zoom, phone calls. Now everything is more starting to get back to normal, so a little bit. So we're able to meet in person. So I just had coffee with a friend, and we started talking about business. It ended up now that developed into a possible listing from the mom that inherited a property. Well, long story short, it ended up being a business meeting rather than a casual one. But that's how business starts. So what do you do after the meeting? Right? What after you had your coffee, your beer, whatever, you met with your a member of your sphere, what do you do after that meeting? Well, think about it. If something important was discussed, write it down, make a note of it, put that note into your CRM so you remember to follow up with them later. They love when you follow up on a conversation because that means that you were listening. That was important to you. Send them an email or a text, something saying that I loved or I enjoyed catching up with you. Thank you so much for meeting up with me today. Guess what? I'm sending that text as soon as we're done in this or a real estate Friday meeting. You can also say something like, I remember you mentioned your neighbors are getting ready to sell. Have you talked to them about it? We'll love a referral. Like now it's easier for you to talk business or ask for it, right? Like asking for a referral because now they opened up the doors for you to ask that question. So I highly encourage you to do that. Always do the follow-up. The key in every sales is a follow-up. So they will likely respond favorably and they will give you some information since at this point, you already built trust and rapport with them. So I know this takes time and it's not a sexy as a social media ad or the latest and greatest thing, but to be honest with you, those things are losing their ability to produce results because that's what everyone else is doing. And you have heard me saying this. When everybody's doing one thing, figure it out what else you can do differently so you can stand out. If you can shift to building trust and rapport the old school way and learn how to grow your sphere, you'll be far ahead of a lot of agents out there who are just blasting news feeds and pounding the pavement because the results are going to be the same. So figure out something completely different. What's working? Again, you're sitting on a gold mine. Okay, make use of it. We have Shine. We have Happy Grasshopper, which, by the way, was developed specifically to work with your sphere. That's the beauty of it. So most of you here for the Broker Nation Real Estate Agent, that's including your membership, which means that if you should have already have received an invitation to the training and have your own account for Happy Grasshopper. If you haven't, please let us know. Call us at the office and we'll set it up right away for you. But most of you should have that email already. Basically, who doesn't want to build business momentum and grow their sphere of influence while enjoying a beer or a coffee? We all do, right? I definitely love that. Now, if you're not a people person, this might not be your strong point. But again, if you're not a people's person, let's face it, maybe this business is not for you. But if you're here joining us today, it's because you're a people person, you love this business, something about real estate got your attention, and we want you to be out there and killing it. So I hope this information that we gave you today, working with your sphere, growing your sphere, I hope you find that helpful. I hope that this will help you put a lot more loving and more effort into growing your sphere and growing your business, and in turn, close more deals and win more listings. This market is not going to be the way it is right now. It's not going to be forever. It will change. So if you focus a lot of your energy in putting love and affection into your sphere of influence and try to get more listings, once this wave passes over, guess what? You're going to have the upper hand because you're going to be the agent that have the product, have the properties, the listings, and people are going to go to you to be able to purchase a home. So work on doing that. We're halfway into the year already. So maybe 1 week, we're a few days short to be already in June, which is amazing. This year is flying by. And at the beginning of the year, I mentioned that one of our goals, or one of the main goals this year, will be to get more listings. We don't know what's going to happen at the end of the year or next year. But if this market changes, you want to make sure that you have listings with you. So let's figure out ways of doing it. This is one strategy, and you can definitely work with your sphere. Have any of you have any results that you might want to share with us of working? Why is it better to work with sphere? Steve, I know you're a marketing guy and you talk about marketing all the time and building the brand and going through Facebook, Google ads and stuff like that. How will you define, how will you compare working with your sphere and doing your market? And should they go hand in hand? What's your take on that?
They should. And, big companies for many years now leverage something that little companies don't. And that's one of the things that separates the big companies from the smaller mom and pops is data. Big companies and big brands have realized for a long time the value of data, and they treat that data like an asset, like a stock or a bond or gold or a piece of real estate. And they develop it, they clean it, there's list hygiene, and they append it, and they go to a lot of work to make sure that they have a clean list that is constantly being updated and evolved. And I talked to a lot of real estate agents that don't, I think, put enough time and effort, or at least understand the importance of the data. And that's just my way of saying the sphere. You would call it the sphere, I'd call it our data. That's our in-house list. That's the list that we curate and append and keep updated over time. And the more that you can, it seems like it's a lot of work, right? Wow, that's a lot of work. I got to go in and, update all my notes on everybody that's in my CRM or something like that. But that's the gold. That's an asset that you own, that nobody else can own, and that has value. So if you don't update it, get someone that can help you maybe. In big companies that I've worked with, there's people, that's all they do is they maintain the data, they maintain the CRM and the database and keep it clean. They'll send it out to list hygiene companies to update it and append it. This is how the big tech companies have built their entire empire, is through data. So data, very, very important. And what we would call in the real estate world, our SOI, our sphere of influence. So extremely important that you keep that clean and that you leverage it There's a lot of value. There's deals locked up in like you said, Daylon, right in here.
Yeah.
Right in your phone. There's deals right in here now that if you put some of these strategies and tactics to work for you, that you can spin into deals.
Yeah, very well said, Steve. In fact, a lot of agents come to us asking, "How can I start getting deals right away?" Especially those that are brand new, and in this field, in this business, and I tell them, "Okay, let's go to your phone. Okay, go to your contact. How many contacts you have on your phone? Okay, and a lot of those contacts. That's why I say 50. 50. You're picking those 50. You're choosing who you want to start having your coffee with, or you want to have build a relationship with, and you want to talk to. And like Steve said, you have to nurture that list. There's money sitting in that list, and a lot of us, we neglect, or we don't even tap into that market. It's a huge market of people that know you, they trust you, they have built a relationship with you, they talk to you at least once. It's not a cold calling. It's not, you're not chasing anybody. You're building a relationship. And this business is all about building relationship. So what a better way of building a strong relationship than people already know you? It doesn't have to be family or friend. It could be a neighbor. It could be somebody from school where your kids attend, or it could be from church, or it can be for anyone. And most of them, you already have their contact information. So build that list, increase that list yearly. One of the main goals that we have, or that I personally have, is increasing my list by 1,000 every single year. So if I have 2,000 at the end of the year, next year I gotta end up the year with 1,000 more. So now I have 3,000 people. Then I'm gonna be randomly picking 50 members from that sphere, and then have coffee with, or have some kind of connection with them. If I can do it in person, trust me, I'll do it through Zoom. I'll do it on FaceTime, whatever I can, just to have some kind of communication. And it doesn't have to be an hour long. It could be 30 minutes. It could be 5 minutes. Or just calling and saying, "Hi, how's the family?" It could be past clients. Okay, you got to be top of mind. We have a training that we used to do prior to the pandemic. During the pandemic, we're doing it over Zoom with Armando. That's called the Relevant Agent. A lot of you attended to that training, and that training was specifically how to be relevant to your sphere. And again, it falls back into working with your sphere. You can buy leads, you can go after leads and stuff like that, but that solves what do you call it the other day, Steve? That's an immediate solution to a problem that you have now. But if you're looking long term, the purpose of working with leads is to build a relationship with them, that they can become part of your sphere, and in turn, now you're feeding yourself with referrals, and that's how this business is built. So again, I hope you find that helpful. More information about that you can find at dalanruido.com if you download the book, or you can swing by the office and pick your copy. There's more information on how to get listings, how to qualify people, listing presentations, how to work with your sphere of influence, the importance of working with your sphere of influence. Please also, if this is your first time joining us, Sivana, you're listening to us, this is your first time joining us here on Zoom. Feel free to go to our website. Like, why are we doing this? Why are we giving this trainings? Why are we doing this for free? I mean, we want you to learn. We want you to grow your business, learn the strategies, and close more deals. And for that, I really encourage everybody to go and get familiar with who we are. And you can go to joinbrokernation.net, and you'll find a lot more information about our company, the history, the agents that are with us, the video blogs, and more trainings like this you can find in that site as well. So joinbrokernation.net. A little bit about our company and who we are for those of you that are first time joining this Zoom. We're a 100% commission company, and our goal is to help you build your own network, grow your own business. And we're here for the agent. This company was built for you, the agent. So we do trainings like this every single day, Monday to Friday. This Monday, by the way, it's what is this Monday? Memorial Day. And so the office is going to be closed, and we're not going to have Mindset Monday, but stay tuned for our next Mindset Monday, and which will be the following Monday, but register for our next Real Estate Friday event. And Steve, how about we do something marketing related, offline and online, for next Friday? Sounds good?
Love it. You know, I always love talking about digital marketing, social media, and lead generation. So lots to talk about there. I get a lot of questions about that. And reminder, Daylon and all of you that are part of Broker Nation, we are organizing some mastermind groups around just that, how to use your Chime CRM, now Happy Grasshopper, and what to do with your social media and your digital marketing. I get a lot of questions about that. So we, as you know, provide Chime CRM, provide this great technology. And like anything, it's only as good as what you're going to get out of it, what you put into it. So I work with small groups in the brokerage to leverage this and to use strategies and tactics and techniques to develop, to generate and nurture and develop leads and get more of them to the closing table and develop a pipeline. Ultimately, is the ultimate goal of a steady, consistent pipeline of new business.
By the way, Steve is our in-house marketing director. He's in charge of marketing, helping our agents get set up with Chime and the technologies that we have. He brings a lot good information to the table, a lot of experience in the marketing world. So when you become part of the Broker Nation real estate family, you have Steve as your marketing guru and trainer and guide to take your marketing to the next level. So all that is part of when you join Broker Nation family. And like he said, we have all the type of tool, text, trainings specifically on how to be better online and take that side of your business to the level that you want it to go, but effectively. Right, Steve?
Right. And we also have a great team here, Daylon. Very proud of the team that we're building. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention his name, but we have one agent that reached 1 million views on YouTube. We have another agent there in your office, Daylon, that does a lot of Instagram, and she does sort of an Instagram personality and gets lots of deals and business from that. So there's a lot of expertise to tap into here at Broker Nation. So don't be afraid to ask questions.
Absolutely. All right, friends, with that said, please, thank you so much for joining us today for Real Estate Friday. Once again, we're here every single Friday. For those of you that continue following us and joining these trainings, please, you're always welcome, and we appreciate you very much. If this is your first time, again, we do this every single week. So go to, brokernation.events, so you can see and register for the following training. So that is brokernation.events. Steve just put it in the chat. You can go to that site and you can see all the upcoming trainings and events that we have. So enjoy your long weekend. It's Memorial Day weekend. Be safe. Please, if you're gonna go anywhere, just be safe. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week.
No Mindset Monday on Monday, right?
No Mindset Monday on Monday.
Okay.
But I'll see you guys on Friday for sure.
Friday for sure. And we had our monthly meeting this week. A lot of new faces. It was great to see all the familiar faces from being, locked down and not able to gather for so long. But I wanted to welcome too, on behalf of myself and all of us, I know Daylon and Armando, welcome all the new agents to Broker Nation. We have quite a few joining the last month or two. Yeah, and some of them are on this call. So welcome all of you. You made a great choice. And I look forward to working with you, working with you on your marketing and social media and lead generation.
That's right, guys. Let's take your business to the next level.
Thank you, everyone. And very great meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you so much for joining. All right, everybody.
Have a great weekend. Bye.
Take care. Enjoy. Bye, Marita. Good to see you.
Thank you. Bye.
Mercy. Bye, Mercy. Take care. Good to see you as always.
Thank you. Sure, thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
Everybody.
I ask you all to unmute and say goodbye. I put it on gallery view. So wave goodbye. Have a great weekend.
Goodbye.
Be safe, everybody.
Day.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye,
Esther.
Esther.
Hi, Maritza.
Bye, Marita.
Thank you.